I now experience intense grief for everything that I've lost. I experience grief for all the years of my life that I lived this way. For the family I never had. My grief is so intense of everything I lost. Everything I hoped I'd do in my life, but I couldn't. It's hard to let go. Take a deep breath. Even I feel sensitive now. I'm gonna cry with you. Hello, dear ones. This is Susanna, NLP practitioner and Ayurveda therapist. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. First of all, I want to wish you all a happy 2024, whatever that means, with lots of moments of clarity, real joy, and of course, lots of good health. Now, the tapping session that follows is a very powerful one, as it addresses the complex mix of feelings and emotions that most of the time remain repressed or shut off for adult children of narcissistic mother or father. The script that I'm using in this video is the actual transcript of a real session that I've had with a 50-year-old client who had recently came to the realization of the narcissistic personality of her mother. And so it is very intense. The session might stir many painful memories for you, bring forth frustrations, but this is the only way out. And please assume full responsibility for your own state of well-being. I'm pretty sure you're doing exactly that. Now, the session addresses various aspects of this life experience, and as someone who has been through a similar situation, I can only feel for her and feel for all of you out there watching now dealing with the same situation. I know how painful this is, and it feels really good to feel understood and heard, and I hope this session will give you at least that. I will not take more of your time, so we will go straight into the tapping session. It is in two parts, as it has been for my client. We started with what was available for her at the beginning of the session, which was a deep feeling of anxiety. Now, before starting, please allow yourself to connect emotionally to this very strange relationship you had and probably still do with one of your parents. And take a couple of long, deep breaths and close your eyes, inviting that feeling in whatever shape or form it may come. And if you can identify it, name it, such as this is anxiety. If you can't identify it for now, just say, I don't even know what I feel. Or this is a mix of feelings and emotions. And then see how that feels in the body, because the body never lies. And see where exactly you're feeling it. For my client, it started as a deep anxiety in her rib cage and stomach as we started talking about this. So once you've done that and you're quite aware of what at least you feel in your body, the sensations that you are aware of right now, let's start with a karate chop. Even though I feel this overwhelming anxiety when I think of the reactions of my parent, and I fear interacting with them, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel this tremendous anxiety and I'm afraid of the ways they react, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I fear their reactions and I experience an overwhelming feeling of anxiety and fear infusing my whole being and all areas of my life, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel trapped under their influence with no way out, with no area of comfort or peace of mind, except for maybe one or two things in my life. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Now let's move into the points. This overwhelming sense of anxiety. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel it if it's there for you. And just repeat after me while you're doing the tapping. This deep level of anxiety that I feel in my body. Take a deep breath and stay with the sensations. That's right, deep breath. This very deep structural feeling of anxiety. Always present in my body ever since I know and remember myself. Anxious to be. Anxious to choose. Anxious to speak. Anxious on top of the head. Anxious to take decisions. Anxious to exist. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. That's right. Anxious to be, to exist, to be alive. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to tap on that as you're breathing with awareness. Anxious to go for my dreams. This deep level of anxiety, overwhelming anxiety, a no way out anxiety. I feel this anxiety in my stomach and in my rib cage. Take a deep breath. Here you can mention the part of the body where you feel it. That's right. Under the arm, I feel this pressure. I feel imprisoned by this feeling. Take a deep breath. That's right, imprisoned by this feeling. Take the time to breathe through that. Very good. And the last, and I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Now you can drink some water and get ready for part 2. Because with my client, as we finished with this session, more feelings came forth. And so we did the following. So we're going back on the karate chop. It's going to be quite a few karate chop affirmations. Even though I carry this trauma in my heart, soul, and body, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I carry this deeply rooted anxiety, this family system anxiety. Take a deep breath. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've been functioning on guilt, shame, anxiety, and worthlessness my whole life. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel broken, shattered in pieces. And I'm not sure I can fix this. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Just notice what happens. Notice what happens as we're saying these words. Relax your body as much as you can and breathe calmly and thoroughly. Allowing whatever is to come out, because this is healing. Even though I don't know what I feel, or what I want. As I learned to repress every feeling, want, and need in myself. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I was abused, diminished, and not allowed to express my feelings by my narcissistic parent, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though my mind is puzzled and I can't figure out why this had to happen to me, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And even though I have no idea what to do now that I've realized the nature of their personality, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though right now I don't know what to do with this information and where to place it, how to deal with it, and what to do next. I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Now let's move into the points. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know if there is a way out. Take a deep breath. There is one. We're accessing it now. A part of me knows that I will have to live with this for the rest of my life. And that I have to give up on that hope that I've had for many years. That one day things will get better. But this is very hard to do and to accept. Take a deep breath. Under the arm. I don't even know how to honor my own feelings. I don't even know where to start. Maybe I can just start by acknowledging what I feel. Even though I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know how I feel. It's such an overwhelming mix of feelings and emotions. But at least I know how this feels in my body. Please pay attention to your body and breathe calmly. That's right. Just breathe through that, whatever that is. Keep your attention going on your body and on the sensations. I can start with that. I can start with what I feel in my body right now. And as you're tapping, just please take a few more moments to feel your body. Feel it and breathe through it gently. Collarbone. A good starting point for me is to acknowledge what I experience right now. Acknowledge what I experience right now, whatever that is. Deep breath, please. I feel this tightness in my stomach. Here you can use whatever you are experiencing in your body right now. Replace it with what you're actually feeling. This tightness, this anxiety, this structural anxiety, which I feel at the core of my being. Take a deep breath. And there's no one there that can see me. Very few people understand what one can go through. When being raised by a narcissist. Take another deep breath, please. Feeling alone, trapped in one's own feelings. Take another deep breath. Continuously pretending to be okay. Trying to look as normal as you can. Doing your best to have a normal life. Even though deep down you know that it's not. Take another deep breath, please. Whatever comes forth, just honor that. Feel like crying, go ahead and cry. I'm here with you. You're doing fine. When most of your decisions were influenced by this trauma, when most of the time you didn't even have a choice. Most of the time it was just a reactive behavior. Responding and reacting to their behavior. Running away from it. Avoiding it at all costs. Pretending to be okay, knowing that you're not. Making them the most important thing in life. Just like they wanted. They wanted to be the center of my attention. And it worked. Deep breath, please. Deep breath. That's right, you're doing good. I feel defeated. Crushed. Because they have been, and perhaps they still are, the focus of my entire life in a way or another. I'm here doing this instead of living my life. Take another deep breath. That's good. It's good that you're doing this. I feel puzzled. My life feels like a bad joke. It's a strange feeling when you see the truth. Almost unbelievable. Hard to grasp and to accept. Feels like a veil being removed. Like waking up from a dream. From a nightmare. And I don't know how to take this out of my system. Let's say that again. Take a deep breath, please. I don't know how to take this out of my system. I don't even know if it's possible. Or if it's not too late. Take a deep breath. I know how I feel. I don't know how else to be. I don't know how else to think. How else to feel. I don't feel deserving. I don't even know who I am. Take a deep breath, please. I feel broken and damaged. I don't even know what I feel. Or how to figure out what I feel. As my real feelings are shut off. All I have now is an overwhelm of feelings and emotions that have been created in me by my parents' excessive, intense, and overwhelming reactions. Yeah, take a deep breath. Remember all that, all those moments. Yeah, breathe through that, breathe through that. All of these emotions of theirs that took all the place, they took all the space. They took all the space. You're doing good. Just keep breathing, keep tapping. And once in a while, remember to relax your body. I wasn't allowed to express my feelings. I was always wrong. Never in the right place. My feelings were never allowed or validated. Another deep breath. You're doing good. When weak or vulnerable, they asked me to be strong. When strong and happy, they made sure to bring me down. Take a deep breath. That's a painful one. I remember those. That's right. I was always told to shut up. I was told that I was crazy. That I have psychological problems when I dared to say the truth. And I almost believed them. I was actually thinking that indeed, there is something wrong with me. Deep breath. I don't know where to look to find peace with all this. Take another deep breath, please. And let's say that again. I don't know where to look and how to look at this to find peace with all this. I don't even know how to look at my life and how and where to place all these years of my life. How to place them in my inner space so that I feel at ease with it. As now I experience grief for everything that I've lost. This is a tough one. Please take a deep breath. Say that again. Breathe through whatever comes forth. Allow tears to come forth if that happens. Honor that. You're doing good. I now experience intense grief for everything that I've lost. I experience grief for all the years of my life that I lived this way. Deep breath. For the family I never had. My grief is so intense of everything I lost. Keep breathing, keep tapping. You're doing good. All of my dreams. Everything I hoped I'd do in my life, but I couldn't. It's hard to let go. Take a deep breath. Even I feel sensitive now. I'm going to cry with you. Okay, we're going into the positive, but maybe this is where the healing starts. By honoring what I feel right now. Take a deep breath. Honor that. That's you. That's you. You validated. I'm not crazy. My feelings are real. Let's say that again. My feelings are real. I acknowledge them. I validate them. I'm on the right path. I can reverse the process. I can shut off the feelings generated by my family. Little by little. Step by step. And I can turn back on my own feelings. After all, I've always had them. They've always been there. I've always had them. They didn't go away. They were just repressed. My real feelings were repressed. But I can turn them back on right now. I can start reversing the process by the way I treat myself, by listening to my own feelings, accepting my own feelings. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know how hard it is, dear one, but you're doing good. I'm healing. And I'm starting the healing process. I'm doing it right now. I am recovering. Let's say that again. Say it out loud so that your unconscious mind hears it. I am recovering. I turn my real feelings on. I am recovering. And I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. You're doing good. You should drink some water now. And whatever you're feeling now, honor that and continue with more tapping, using the points with every other thought, emotions, or feeling that you may experience right now. Also, you might want to repeat the session later on to slowly eliminate all the layers and hang in there. You're doing good. You're not alone. The healing has started and there is a way out. And that way out is you and your own feelings. And if you want to work more in depth with this issue, check out my website for an appointment. Thank you so much for watching, for doing this tapping with me. And I'll see you all next time.